Hi everyone. In today's video, I would like to talk about my full review on Toy Story 5. And so let's go ahead and get started. So the movie begins with all 50 high-tech Buzz Lightyears stranded on an island, and they're on a hunt to rescue Star Command. And so that's pretty much what the plot is about. And so Jessie, um, we get a flashback of Emily playing with Jessie in this movie, like a similar reference from Toy Story 2 when Emily was playing with Jessie during a flashback scene, performed When She Loved Me by Sarah McLachlan. And that scene was very emotional actually in Toy Story 5. And yeah, and we end up seeing Bonnie play with the toys, and during her imagination, has Forky and Karen Beverly are getting married, and the Rex needed like CPR, and he was being he was like in need, or yeah, he was in help because he was like very unconscious and he was like out of breath basically. And so Jessie and Bullseye are like looking for lost toys, and they realize that they find the kids playing with their devices, and Bonnie all of a sudden gets a package, and that's who she gets. She gets Lily Pad, and so she's really thankful that her parents bought it for her. And Jessie interrogates with Lily Pad all of a sudden when she turns on. So, and like in a very serious confrontation. And so Buzz Lightyear apparently warned Jessie to stay calm, and so like Bonnie all of a sudden gets an invite to hang out with Chelsea, Hidai, and Kiara, I think her name is, um, to invite to get invited over for a sleepover. So, um, yeah. And then Woody, or no, I'm sorry, Jessie calls Woody, but then Duka Boom answers the call, and then she goes, "Is Woody there?" And then he goes, "Please hold." And so that's what Woody is trying to rescue a lost toy, which is Dr. Nutcase, trying to get to like untape himself from like that paraglider, whatever he was hanging on, and like he was afraid that Squirrel was gonna eat him. So yeah, and then Bonnie um wanted gets invited for a sleepover, and so to hang out with her friends, and so And then suddenly, Jessie and Bullseye eventually get caught by this like elderly woman, like on the ground, and like she ends up like putting them in the mailbox, like for no reason. And Bonnie and Bullseye are lost and they need to try to get back to Bonnie. But then they ended up getting caught by Daffodil, which is Blaze's horse, this new owner. And um and so and the next thing that happens in Toy Story 5 is where Woody finally returns with his poncho, and he ends up going bald, and which I thought that was very funny. And so and literally we get to a scene where Buzz um like stops Woody like using his laser, and which is a callback to the very first Toy Story movie. And like another callback is where Woody ends up telling Buzz, saying, "Hey Buzz, what is that?" And he looks away and he gets the sticker off of Karen Beverly, and like he realizes he turns his back on him, saying that, he's his deputy. And so um and we get to the next scene where Jesse ends up meeting Jimmy Dean, who is the pig of Blaze's pet. And so and she eventually gets caught into like this small house where she meets Carl Weathers, the gardening gnome, the flamingo, pizza with sunglasses, who is voiced by Bad Bunny. And also we get Smarty Pants um in that as well, where Jesse accidentally turns him on, and like he's like at low battery, um and he like automatically talks. And so because he's a potty training toy. And so um Buzz, the 50 Buzz Lightyears, um like spot like a big deer, and like they spot like a bunch of other animals, which is kind of like a reference to Disney's classic animated film Bambi. And and so we get to the part where Jessie and Smarty Pants end up in Blaze's house, and Jessie tries to tell Smarty Pants where to find the batteries, and he goes, "They're in the drawer." Um, and so Jessie turns on Smarty Pants, recharges him, and he like is full of energy. And so and then we also get introduced to Snappy and Atlas, the camera and the GPS. And so um and then we get to the part where Bonnie ends up back in her house, and um like she puts the device back in her room, and then the suitcase gets delivered to her room, and Buzz tries really hard searching for Bullseye and Jessie, and like all of a sudden they weren't there. And so Lilypad is really worried that like she couldn't find either one of those toys. And Buzz gets really mad, gets really angry, and so does Woody. And So yeah, and so they have a plan to stop, Bonnie from using the device. Like Woody tries to unplug the wire from the wall, and um, so he tries to get her revenge, and telling where Jesse and Bullseye are, and so and then we get back into Blaze's house, where Jesse beats Smarty Pants, by tapping on all the buttons, and so and then next thing is Blaze's night imagination, where in this one Bullseye finally gets to talk with her with his wife Jessie, and which I thought that was pretty interesting, and Bullseye is really evil in this. He tries to find the bomb, and he's really really mad. He's really evil, and so um and then the toys get donated to the garage, and so yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And then Woody and Buzz are on a mission to find Lily Pad, or I mean Jesse and Bullseye, and then Blaze tries to brings down the two rag dolls from her house, and she tries Bonnie and her mom get to their house, and so yeah, and then they at the end of the movie they finally Bonnie and Blaze finally reunite together and have a really good time. And I thought the I thought that ending for Toy Story 5 was really emotional and really forgiving. So, and yeah, that's my honest review on Toy Story 5. If you guys really like this video, please make sure you guys like and subscribe. And also, Laser Michael has finally reached 5,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel today. So if you guys are not subscribed to him, please make sure you subscribe. He has reached his new milestone on his YouTube channel if you want to go check his channel out. And yeah, and also happy Spider-Man Day, everyone, as well. So anyways, thank you all so much today, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.